Hi. Oh my god, oh my god. Anyways, hi guys, welcome to another episode of It Was Never Personal with me, Yana Wilfred. Oh, do you wanna talk about your wedding? Okay, so oh my god, why am I so excited today? Anyways, maybe because I'm here to talk about loving yourself, about self-love. I mean, we are always told to love ourselves. We are always told to love ourselves, and I mean that's the most powerful thing you could ever do. Okay, that's the most powerful thing you could ever do. Now, loving yourself. What is it? Loving yourself. I mean, it's one rough rough road to travel because we are not really taught it at school. I don't know why. I think they should be a subject on loving yourself. They should be a lesson on loving yourself because oh my god, aren't we really full of self-loathing? I mean, all the mishigas, all the shenanigans, all the drama that's going on right now, the wars, they all link back to there's a need for love. It's a call for love, and love is the only thing that actually can heal us all. Ultimately, we are here to love ourselves. We are here to love ourselves. Love thyself. It says in the Bible, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And there's so much, but this is the trick over here. They emphasize the neighbor. There's so much emphasis, too much emphasis on the neighbor. But I'm telling you, there's elf, as you love thyself, so loving yourself is actually the most powerful thing you can do because how you deal with situations, with people, with yourself, it all goes back to how you deal with yourself. And this thing of loving yourself takes you back to your inner child. Like I said, season two has to do with your inner child. I'm on my third, seventh year in the planet Earth. I'm 21 years old, and I'm telling you, I feel like this is the first time I ever really went back to my child because I mean, at 7, I had created identities and I was living life through the identities the programs the program that I've actually recorded as a young little gay boy. And then now at 14, that's when I realized, oh my god, it's a hoax. It doesn't work. I hate it. They lied to me. I was so angry. I was depressed, as many people are depressed because that's the and a lot of people saying that they are depressed. That's the right. It's not like you are ill or anything. It's the right reaction because there's so much craziness in this world that is happening. But don't look at it. Okay, look at it, but don't stare at it because it will suck you up. It will make you into what it is. Don't engage into it. The solution: love yourself. So now I'm 21 years. I'm 21 years old, and I'm loving myself. I'm reparenting myself. I am doing my own personal truths. I'm just writing my own line. You wanna talk about writing your own life, girl? Girl. Ooh, child. Anyways, yeah. So without further ado, let's start. Now, loving yourself. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, but it's not a difficult thing to do. It's just a different thing because, like I said, we were never taught about it. Now, I would like to ask you this as a viewer, as a listener, you as the audience, you have 24 hours again per day. I always laugh at how when I'm speaking English and then I get to become like it's like I'm a girl who grew up only attending English mediums. The thing about I know Setswana, ke itse Setswana, ke itse go se bua wa ntshwara eng. So there's no reason for me gore I can like give oh my god, it's like what is happening? But anyways, we were never taught on how to love ourselves. Now it means that it's all up on us. But I like to ask you this. You have 24 hours per day, and then I would like to assume gore, but okay, maybe let me not assume. Let's say, let me ask, how many hours do you sleep? How many hours do you sleep? Well. If you say something like, if you say something less than 6 hours, I think that's a call for help. Thank you. Because I believe like sleep for me is everything. If you said like something lower than six or something which is above 12, then I think it's a call for help, because how it doesn't make sense. I mean, make it make sense for me. I want to know. I mean, I remember, and maybe let me bring it into context. When we are writing exams, or when we are writing tests, or we're in school, those kids don't sleep. They don't sleep. And they love it. I don't know why they love. They love the fact that they are struggling their way into getting a degree. Maybe because they were told that is the key to success, but I don't know. I don't know. I think loving yourself is the most successful thing you could do, because that is what you're here to do. That is here what you're here to do. Now, I'm talking about the thing of sleep because it's very simple. It's very simple, but it's very, very crucial. It's vital because it shows how much you really value yourself, the time you have for yourself to take care of your body, to take care of yourself. Because if you look at it, you're sleeping those hours. Why are you doing that? Why do you sleep so little or so much more? What's keeping you pinned to the bed 20 or 12 hours? What is really actually doing that? I want to know. Oh, you're overworking? You're overworking because why? Are you doing things that you really want to actually do? No. Now, why are you spending like 3 hours sleeping? What are you doing after that? Are you doing things that eventually, if you sleep too much or you sleep too little, then you're just doing something which is not valuable to you? Take care of your body. It starts there. It starts there, because you cannot do anything without a well functioning body, a healthy body. Health is wealth. Now, talk about wealth. Health is wealth, it's everything. And I think it's the first step to actually loving yourself, in terms of like physicalities, because after that, you have to stop criticizing yourself, you have to stop scaring yourself with your thoughts, and you have to stop blaming other people and blaming yourself. You have to stop doing those things. You have to just love yourself and approve of yourself how you are. Stop the guilt, the shame. Love yourself. And then now, oh my God. So I was just talking about the sleep thing, but it all goes to now how during the day, for how many things do you do? How many things do you do that are actually invested for you, only you? How during the day, how much selfish are you during the day? That's the question that I'm asking. How much selfish are you during the day? But as for me, let me tell you this. The first thing that I do when I wake up, for sure, I mean, you know it at this time. I stretch, I pray, I meditate, I call it my map. It's map because meditate, I affirm, and then I pray, and then I exercise. And then the next thing that I do after that, I have to sing. I have to sing. I have to sing, I have to dance, I have to sunbathe. I don't do much sunbathing, like I don't do much dancing, but I really like to sunbathe. The thing is that when I sunbathe, especially when there's people, oh my God, I don't know, during these holidays, I feel like life is fast. I feel like time is fast. It's like I'm watching the movie Matrix, where I felt like the 2 hours was like 30 minutes. I was like, what happened to the concept of time? So I don't sunbathe as much as I would like to do it, but whenever I get a chance, I sunbathe because it's freeing to me. Looking into the sky is the same as stargazing. I love it. It takes me out of this world when I really get to really look at the star and look at the sky and the sun. Just it allows me to calm my body, to calm my mind, and it's a sanctuary. I feel peaceful over there. So I really like to do that, and I do that, but I don't do much of it. Another thing is positive self talk. I try and actually have a conversation with my child. Yes, and I do this alternatively: 2 years self-talk, 2 years journaling, 2 years self-talk, 2 years journaling. I don't know when it's gonna change, but I've been doing it ever since when was I mean self-talk comes from ever since whenever I was like little, and but the journaling thing came when I realized that, okay, I have a lot to unpack over here, when I was 14. Thank you. You know what? Like when I was 14, I'm telling you, I was like, oh my God, this is a hoax. I hate it. What is this? But then I realized, oh my God, now at 18, that's when I realized it was never personal. At 17, actually, that's when I started loving myself. Yeah. Now, I'm just saying that how, we have this other hours after you sleep and before you go to sleep. How many things do you how much time do you have invested in yourself? Like how many coins do you put into yourself? Because that is self-love. And I read, I like reading. I like reading. I like reading, and I watch only the things that inspire me. I don't watch the news, honey. I watch things that inspire me. I watch movies. I watch TV series. I learn about the gay culture. I'm done. Yeah, the only things that I watch that are heteronormative or something like that are heterosexually based. I don't know. Are they really? Yeah, it's hard because if I try, then it never really gets there. I mean, look at the White Lotus. White Lotus is really produced by Mike White, who is a gay man. Thank you. So I don't do things that I don't relate to on a personal level, and also on a spiritual level. So I try and do things that that inspire me, that talk to me. Also, you as a heterosexual person, do those things. It's fine. Just do things that you love. That's what I'm trying to get home over here. How many times a day do you then do things that you actually love? You know, I don't spend time scrolling through the phone. No, no, if I scroll through the phone, it's like, okay, I take this and then I go, okay, this is what I want to know. I've tried it. It's hard. I find myself going, oh, okay, what was I trying to do over here again? Yes. But anyways, now, this issue of loving yourself is very crucial because we're living in a time where, oh my, it's horrible. It's horrible and horrific. It's so divisive. Both like there's division and then there's devices like technology, phones, and everything. It's so divisive that you have to take care of yourself and keep yourself as much as you can away from harm's way. That's why I don't look into the news. Listen, I know current affairs. I just take as much as I want, and then I leave. And then I leave. And ultimately I know that people will always get there, and what I need to know always gets to me. That's the thing. What I need to know, life will always bring it to my attention. So I never really go searching for negativity or anything. I've experienced enough of it, so I think it's a time where we need to really love ourselves. We really do need to love ourselves, because it's pain. I think that's why I don't like with this podcast. If it was back in the days, or during the time where there was disco, or during the time where it was like how I used to experience my childhood with the kids in my neighborhood, who were very free, who were very loving, who were very, we dealt with everything in the moment. You get angry, you just do it, and then it's poof, and then yeah, it's like okay, okay, moving on. Oh yeah, it was always laugh, laugh, laughter, 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 laughter. Not taking life too seriously. Nothing was personal when I was young. There were no rules, and people are too self-righteous right now. You have to watch your mouth because they want to come after you. You have to be. People just, oh my God, it's heavy. That's why with this podcast, I just do as much as I can. I'm not really involved with it when it comes to it's like I want someone to be my social media handler because I personally cannot do it. I don't love it. It's not something that I have a heart for. I mean, I can do it, I can fake it, but really going to that beyond that way of actually analyzing the likes and who follows this and I'm not interested in that. I'm just like, you know what? My niche will find me, those people, because it's really crazy out there. It's like crazy. So you have to love yourself, create a world around you, your own world. Create your own world. Remember that your thoughts will actually author your life experience. What's your thought? What's your mouth? Thank you. You know. But again, now talking about the loving self thing, we I've realized that we are holding a lot of grudges. We're holding a lot of grudges and creating diseases for ourselves. Now, a grudge, what is a grudge? Things have happened. Things have happened. People have hurt us. And even people who are just, like how, like a simple remark and then you go and sleep on it. Mm-mm. I know that whenever if something happens, and I'm very grateful that for the past 3 months, I cannot believe I'm saying that. Okay, wow, is it 3 months? Let me see. Okay, it's July, so June. Okay, for the past months, I think it's more than 3 months. I've had peace overflowing in me, joy overflowing in me. I don't go to sleep actually thinking about what people said, like, okay, if somebody says something to me that is hurtful, I deal with it right then. That's why I'm saying, be present, the self talk. Thank you. Positive self talk, loving yourself, but we hold grudges and we stay stuck. You stay stuck in the past. You stay stuck in the past. You stay stuck in something that has nothing to do with you. You base your life on beliefs that actually have in someone else's beliefs. You don't have your own personal truths, but you have to actually create them. You have to cultivate your own personal truths. And I mean, it's not going to be an easy thing because, like I said, it's a different path. No one is doing it. No one is doing it. And one of the things that you're going to endure if you actually want to go the different path is how much you have to be comfortable with being alone. You have to be comfortable with being alone. I mean, sometimes it does do get lonely, especially when your little devil in the other side tells you you're lonely and the people that, but you have to be comfortable with being alone. And again, being alone and being comfortable with being alone, oh my god, it means that you're so comfortable with yourself, you love yourself, and you are, it shows a lot of resilience and self approval, because a lot of people, I think they think that they spend time alone, but they actually in a world, they live in a visual world, they live in social media, and they spend 6 hours in bed scrolling, never really wanting to be present because there's so much pain, and I understand, and they are stuck in that, holding grudges and not forgiving themselves or other people. And that's how oh my God, we are angry. We are angry because I think we all know that this is a lie, this is a construct. We all know that, but we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do, so we are angry, and we are angry to a point. The only thing about it is that we are not expressing that anger. We are not expressing it. I'm not saying get angry I'm just saying release it. We are not releasing it. We are not feeling it. So we would rather do what? We would rather just put it in our body. We would rather confuse it and just derail it with maybe drugs, alcohol, or whatever, sex, or too much work or too much exercise. Like, oh, let me fix my physique so that they think I got it all together. Let me dress so well so that they think I got it together. you're not doing it for yourself. You're not loving yourself. It goes back to how many during the day, how many times do you actually do anything or indulge in anything that you really want to do? How much do you put onto yourself? How much do you cultivate for you? How many times do you water your plant? Mm-hmm. you know but we are so resentful, and be careful, because undealt emotions are energy, and energy is neither created nor destroyed. That's physics. Like, we learned it at school. So, but it's actually true on a spiritual level too. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it can only be transmuted from one form to another. You can only transform it, and we are alchemists. Just that we are not actually allowing ourselves to really take that into to to reality. But we are alchemists. Now, if you're not releasing your energy, that anger, that emotions, those hurts, that pain will find somewhere where it will sit into your body somewhere, and it will be turned into tumors, into pain, into flus. Let me tell you something about me. I've always had, not like I've always had, like, but I had a period of maybe 7 to 14 years where I always had flu. And I realized that I had flu because I was working too damn hard. I was working so hard because, like I said, I had to prove myself that I'm worth something, back then. I had to, I just believed that I had to prove it. So at school, I would actually do everything, you give me 20 pages of notes today, tomorrow I'm done, and it was like too much work. I get home, I have to make sure that I've cleaned the house, I've done, like, being perfect, 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 working too hard. And when you work too hard, honey, you will have that flu is one of those things. I mean, I didn't come up with it. I didn't come up with it. Read it. There's this other wonderful book by Louis Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. It was written back in 1980 something, I guess, or 1970s. Yeah, read it. So whatever that I'm saying over here, I didn't come up with it. It's everything that I've learned, and then I just say, oh my God, it applies to me over here. It applies in my life over here. So now this year I didn't get flu. Thank you. As in heaven. Anyways, yeah, but release those emotions, because the pain over there will create diseases for you. You'll get diseased. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you'll go to the doctor, and then the placebo effect will work, because you believe that a sugar pill, that a fat pill, it's just fats, it's just lipids, it's sugar, and then you believe it can heal you. But you want to talk about iatrogenic illnesses? Anyways, that let me just move on. Now, like I said, the first thing that you have to do to love yourself, or the steps that you have to take to loving yourself: number one, never criticize yourself. And number two, don't stop scaring yourself. We scare ourselves with the thoughts that we have. Beware of your thoughts. Be careful of them, and watch your thoughts and watch your mouth, because it's like, it's energy. We are always affirming. It's an affirmation, just that it's mostly negative, because our thoughts are actually more negative. The ego always clings on and stay stuck onto the negative thoughts than it actually does to the positive thoughts. That's how you can actually focus on one negative comment, and then overlook the 100 positive comments that have been made by you. That is how it works. So you have to be careful of your thoughts, because they are like a boomerang. You throw it and then it comes back to you. So your thoughts create your experience. Yeah. That's how you carry your past into your future, because you're not actually living present. You just keep on perpetuating and misinforming yourself and scaring yourself with scary things, and most of them had nothing to do with you. It's someone who has their beliefs imposed on you. they imbue their own emotional consciousness onto you. And then you just think it's true. And then you imbue it on your little child or onto another person. And that's how you create it for yourself. You recreate it for yourself, So please try and whenever you find yourself, the thing is that you can replace it, when you think, okay, maybe I'm never gonna get married. I'm gonna get married to a loving, beautiful, conscious wife, husband, whatever you're attracted to. But please keep the gorilla out of the picture. Keep the gorilla out of the picture. Keep the cat out of the picture. Please. Anyways, so that is it. Now, this is what I've learned about my experience over here as a little 21-year-old boy. I have a lot of things to learn. I have a lot of things to learn. And I like that about me because I can never, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'm like, I know everything. Mm-mm. And I don't want to get to that point because I've seen people who think they're smart when actually they are just the other word, the opposite. So everyone around you is an expression and is an extension of your own consciousness. This is the thing. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. That is how you can also coin it. So because everyone and situations that you are into expressions of your inner world and they're extensions of your thoughts, you have to be present. That is why you have to be present and you have to be paying attention to whatever that is happening around you. No, don't analyze it. Just pay attention to it and go, why am I attracting the same fucked up guys? Why am I doing that? Why is everyone around me angry? Why is everyone around me jealous? Why is everyone around me fighting? Why is everyone around me gossiping? Why is everyone around me successful? Why is everyone around me making coins? Why is everyone around me so free and loving? It's because you're free and loving. Well, if they're gossiping, it's because you're gossiping. If they are angry, it's because you are angry. That's just a reflection of who you are. And another thing that I'm proud of myself is that I haven't attracted the drama that I see in Moja Love, where things get so escalated to a point where I'm like, what's happening? So I'm so proud of that because I know that it means I myself, I don't have that in myself, I don't impose myself with, I don't think thoughts of, yeah, that's what, like, this is the other thing that I'm very proud of. I've never been attacked. I can take I always walk to school. I've always done it. Even when I had to board to school, like boarding on a combi to school when at high school, I would wake up at, yeah, for sure I'll wake up at 3:30 high school and then I'll get to the combi stop or the bus stop by 4:30. 4:30 early because I wanted time to sing. I wanted to sing, I wanted to dance, and I would sing my lungs out. I've had my Volcano phonic headphones ever since. I think this I've probably bought, maybe this is the seventh or the 10th of them. I don't know. I've bought many, many, many of them. I keep on buying many, many. I guess I have to buy the most expensive one because expensive is cheap and cheap is expensive. Now I know I could have spent maybe 2,000 or maybe 3,000 on headphones so that I don't get to buy them and again. But the thing is that I always buy like this. Like right now I have two of them and then I have my JBL headphones. I love music. I love to dance. I mean it. So I always sing in the morning, really when it's dark, when there's, even when I exercise, when I run, I do it very early in the morning, 4:30, and I've never been attacked. So many years. I've been doing it for so many years. I've never been attacked. Because, and I'm so proud of that. I'm saying this to say that, remember I said your outer world is an inner reflection. Like the situations that you have to experience, or people around you, situations around you, are a reflection and an extension, an expression of your thoughts. I know that this means that I never thought of people attacking me. I don't go outside and think people are gonna kill me or whatever. I'm always safe. I'm always safe, and I'm grateful for that. I don't take it for granted. I'm safe. I remember how I can walk to school and I always have my laptops and my everything and my phone, and I'm singing. I mean, oh my God. It's crazy because people will tell me that they just got robbed, like their phone was stolen in the morning or whatever, but I never got to experience that. I never. And I'm very grateful for that because I know that I don't think that. I don't have it in me. It's hard for me to think that, and I don't put it into my consciousness. I just let it flow. If it comes, I go, okay, well, next. Now, the next thing that you have to do in loving yourself, forgive yourself. I've talked about how forgiving yourself and forgiving others is actually freeing. It's freeing because it releases you from the chains that are holding you stuck onto something else, and you give away the power that you have over your life to somebody else when you blame them. Yeah, and saying, "Oh, I'm so," they say, honey, it had nothing to do with you. Forgive them, release. And again, don't fall asleep to someone else. This is the thing about getting to feel irritated and annoyed and whatever and judging other people and whatever. You fall asleep to who they are. You fall asleep to who they are because what you're actually being hurt is like their ego hurt your ego. So the moment you get to now judge them and criticize them and condemn them for whatever they did to you, you fell asleep to who they are, but at the same time, you are falling asleep to who you are because in reality, you are not whatever that you think you are. You are not whatever that they said. They're not whatever that they said. They're not that personality. That persona is something that is actually hiding their true self, which is an extension. We are extension of the power that created the entire universe. That is who we are. We are the universe. We are God, but we are God in drag. We are God in drag, but we don't have to forget that. Now, forgiveness allows you, it's one illusion because ultimately there's nothing to forgive because it was all an illusion, but forgiveness is an illusion that takes you beyond the illusion. Yeah, I think I said that too fast. I have to actually repeat it so that you MFs get it. Forgiveness is an illusion that takes you beyond the illusion because ultimately you realize that, oh my God, it was never personal. It had nothing to do with me. They didn't even mean it. That's not who they are. That's not who they. Oh my, why did I take it so deep? Oh my God, I defended it. I tried to explain it. I engaged in it. I took it personal, but it was never personal. So don't dip it. Don't engage, don't defend, don't explain. Don't take it personal. Yeah. Now, another thing that you have to do to love yourself, educate yourself. Educate yourself. I don't know why people don't do it. I don't know why people don't do it, but educate yourself. Get information out there. There's a lot of as much as our civilization can be so hurtful and whatever, but there are resources like YouTube, like whatever, there are books that you get them, read them, delve into self-help because it gives you the power to take control of your life because actually you are in control of your life. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, you are actually in control of your life. Just that now self-help books will allow you to actually know how to maneuver this painful and sometimes hard life and make it into a juicy thing, where you look good and you know you're good and you feel good. Educate yourself. But this is the thing that you're when you try and love yourself, you're going to, like I said, there's an angel over here and then there's the devil over here. That devil is always going to say, always going to say something, and he's never going anywhere. But again, we have created an identity over something which is not true, and we have identity. We all feel like we are not worth it. So when you try and prove to yourself that you're worth it, doubt is going to appear. Your job is not to fight it, it's just to welcome it and say, oh, honey, listen, I understand that we used to think so, but today, starting from now on, we are here. And I'm always going to remind you that you are worth it. I love you. You are worth loving. I love you so much. You're worth it. So you have to just go in and be patient with yourself, and love yourself. Rephrase it, because doubt is like, no, I'm not worth it. No, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm loved. I'm lovable. I'm worthy of love, and I choose to be loved, and I allow myself to be loved. That's it. Just rephrasing it. Now, um, I just love it. I just love self love. I love it. I always try and do whatever I like. It all goes back to, what do you like? Do you like Coke? Do you like Fanta? Or do you like Sprite? I like Sprite. She likes Coke. Oh, she likes Fanta. Oh, she likes Fanta grape. I like Fanta orange. That's it. It's just simple as that. And don't try and take it personal. Don't try and do what people are doing, and no. And try spend time alone, because when you spend time alone without your phone and just sitting there observing your thoughts, being the witness of your thoughts, which is actually who you are the witness of your thoughts, you are the awareness of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts, you're not your situations, you're not your circumstances, but you are the awareness of your thoughts. You are the one you're not you're not yeah, you're just the one who's experiencing that situation. You are not the situation. You're not a failure. You're something that is experiencing whatever that is called failure. Because at the end of it, failure is just another word for success. Because how in the hell are you gonna get it if you don't actually just learn? You learn, sometimes you win. Sometimes you learn, sometimes you don't have to learn because you know it, you're wise. But you are not wise in everything. You're here to learn. That is what we're here to do, We're just here to learn and just get over it and just keep on going. Be patient with yourself. Yeah. Like I said, spend time with yourself so that you can know how you're feeling, just so I personally love it. I love it. I love it. And I think because I'm going on my fourth year this semester, and by the looks of it, I think I'll be returning to my kind of first year kind of situation where I had to spend time by myself because I loved it. Why? Because my friends, I don't think we're going to really share a lot of lectures or something like that. Yeah. But spend time alone and actually just affirm, be careful of your thoughts, and what you say about yourself, what you say about other people, what you think of yourself, what you think of other people. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between you or the other person. And in actual fact, we are one thing. We are one thing. Whatever you think you're saying about other people has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. It's just that you cannot say it to yourself. You're not taking accountability and that responsibility, but you are very fair and you feel safe enough to say it through another person. So you would rather say you hate yourself through another person by saying, I hate that girl. She looks so ugly. She is this. When in fact you feel inspired by her. Just that now you're just saying, oh my God, only if I was like that. Yeah. So love yourself and look at your belief systems and deconstruct them. What do you believe? Create your own personal truths. Create your own personal truths. Yeah. And listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. I think intuition is something which is very underrated because it's true. Listen to your intuition. It's not fearful. It's not fearful. It's just soft. It's like a whisper. It's just like, you know, it's soft, it's loving, it's kind, it's safe. And you will know it. If you feel some fear and if you feel some tighten, some tension, then you know that your ego is really there. Your ego is over there. That victim who did you playing, that's over there. And you have to like affirm it and just practice mirror work. Practice mirror work. I have this mirror that I bought at Besco. Oh my God, don't I love it? Don't I love it? I love it so much because you can just take it in the morning or during the day and say, "Hi, baby, how are you? I love you. I really do. Look at you. Oh my God. I love myself. I haven't really gotten used to see myself in the mirror because I look at myself and I always go, why did I take myself for granted?